Alright, I wanted to try a quick demonstration of in phase and out of phase. Again, I've got my two microphones set up next to each other here. So a good way to keep them in phase is to have them as close as possible, and they will keep in phase. That way the waveforms will be hitting them all about at the same time. And I just recorded a couple notes using a wonderful little recorder here, which gives us a nice clean tone, and maybe I will record some more later for you guys if you want to download those and use them for your own project. But here we are with this. Now the top one is the condenser and the bottom one is the SM58, the opposite of what is right here, I just realized. But that doesn't really matter. If I zoom in here, I'm going to select that and zoom in, you will start to see the individual waveforms, right? Going up and down and up and down, right? Compression, rarefaction, pushing back and forth, the air pressure. And right here is where you can see, I think, really well what I'm talking about. So over here on the left, that was how I originally recorded it, because they're in the same place at the same time as the frequency, or the air pressure goes up, the volume goes up on the top one, the volume is also going up on the bottom one, right? So those are in phase on the left. I took this and cut it right there and moved it over. Ooh, I don't even know how many, 40 samples. And so now, if you'll notice, as this part of the wave is going up on the condenser mic, this wave is going down on the SM58. So this half of it will be out of phase. I will play a little bit of it and you'll just hear the beginning of the note is going to be in phase. The lower frequencies are going to be reinforcing one another. And then once it hits the cut, the end of the note, they're going to be out of phase. And the lower half, the lower frequencies are not going to be as full. It's going to sound hollow. It's going to sound a little tinny. So I'm going to pull out and put the cursor here. Let's hear if we hear this. Okay. One more time. And did you hear where that click was? The click was, and then it got less good. I suppose I can extend it further. So here, now we should hear more of the good note, and then going into the bad. In phase, out of phase. All right, a little bit closer to me until it sounds a little out of phase. There, I think that's pretty good at being out of phase. And let's get them try to be about the same volume. 1 2 2 2. Okay. 1 2 2 1 2 1 1 2. All right, there's a little more noise, but that's all right. Let's hit record. And I am going to speak for a few seconds and make this a little bit smaller here. I don't normally extend my words this much, but that's going to make it easier for us to see the waveforms. Okay. Let's take this just for fun. Maybe even go in a little bit. Zoom in here. Let's see if I did what I meant to do. Not really. They're still pretty close. Right? And here you can kind of see they're not exactly on, but it looks like that is lined up with that. Okay. replace it. I just want to move this one over there. And so now you see how it's out of phase. Where one is going up, the other is going down. And versa versa. Right, let's zoom out. That's going to make it easier for us to see the waveforms. So right at but, it's going to change. So let's see if we can hear it through a little bit of me talking. So this will start out in phase. I don't normally extend my words this much. And in phase. Out of phase. That's going to make it easier for us to see the waveforms. Okay, that's much more really the sound of being out of phase. Let me bring this up a little bit. Maybe you can hear it better. Sorry if I'm quiet. We're going to start in phase and go out of phase at but. My words this much. But that's going to make it easier for us to see the waveforms. So that hollow kind of losing the bass, losing the presence of the sound, that's out of phase. So you can do it that way. You can do it either with moving the microphone or moving the waveform. Either way you want, as long as you can get me something where we can hear it be in phase and then out of phase. All right. Thanks a lot. And remember, like the kangaroo says, out of phase. At these prices, I'm not surprised.